Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into history, but not the way you usually see it. Forget the epic battles and the rise and fall of empires for a moment. We're going on a treasure hunt for something far more subtle, yet utterly foundational. The quiet breakthroughs of 12 ancient peoples whose genius still shapes our modern world in ways you might not even realize. It's easy to get caught up in the big names, but what about the everyday systems that keep our cities humming, our markets trading, and our messages flying? These weren't invented by the famous emperors, but by cultures whose names rarely make it into our textbooks. Get ready for some serious aha moments, because we're about to connect the dots between ancient ingenuity and your daily life. Let's get into it. First up, let's travel to central Italy between the 9th and 3rd centuries BCE to meet the Etruscans. When you think ancient Italy, Rome usually takes the spotlight, right? But long before Rome became Rome, the Etruscans were laying down the groundwork. Their signature innovation: city grids, ritual squares, and get this, the very first true triumphal arches. Rome basically copied their entire urban planning package: the forum, the arch, the procession route, and then re-exported it across 3 continents. So, next time you walk through a state capitol mall or gaze at a city hall facade, you're looking at Etruscan DNA in stone. How cool is that? They built the blueprint for civic grandeur. Next, let's journey along the legendary Silk Road to the caravan cities of modern Uzbekistan and Tajikistan from the 4th to the 10th centuries CE. We're talking about the Sogdians. These guys were the ultimate ancient logistics experts. Their signature innovation was developing multilingual contracts and a network of trusted relay stations that could move silk, silver, and even juicy gossip over 4,000 kilometers without needing a modern bank. Think about that for a second, the lasting impact. Today's global supply chain logic, purchase orders, waybills, and those crucial diaspora middlemen, all of it was beta tested by Sogdian merchants along the Silk Road. They invented seamless international trade centuries ago. Mind blown, right? Now, let's head to the Mexican Gulf Coast to the Olmecs, flourishing between the 13th and 5th centuries BCE. When you see those colossal stone heads, you know you're looking at something special. But their biggest breakthrough was even more profound: the ritual city template. They figured out how to weld sport, religion, and politics into one crowd-filled space, featuring a plaza, a ball court, and those iconic colossal portrait heads. Their lasting impact: every Mesoamerican capital that followed, and frankly, every modern downtown stadium and civic center combo you see today, is replaying the Olmec script of spectacle as civic glue. They knew how to bring communities together through shared experience and powerful symbols. From the Americas, we sweep across the vast Pontic and Eurasian steppe from Ukraine to Kazakhstan to find the Scythians, active from the 9th to 2nd centuries BCE. These were the ultimate horse warriors. Their signature innovation: mounted archery performed by riders in sewn trousers, giving them unparalleled speed and agility over heavily armored infantry. You know what that means, right? Their lasting impact is huge. Cavalry doctrine from the Mongol hordes all the way to modern mechanized shoot-and-scoot tactics still prizes the Scythian formula: mobility first, armor second. They literally changed warfare forever by proving that speed often beats brute force. Traveling back to central Anatolia between the 16th and 12th centuries BCE, we encounter the Hittites. These folks were not just powerful, they were pioneers of diplomacy. Their signature innovation: the written treaty and codified law meticulously filed in state archives. Sounds familiar? That's because its lasting impact is immense. International law still follows the Hittite scaffold mutual obligations, copies in 2 languages, and deposit in a public record office. Every time nations sign a peace treaty or an economic agreement, they're echoing a process refined by the ancient Hittites. They gave us the foundation for global cooperation. Our next stop is the stunning desert landscapes of southern Jordan and northwestern Saudi Arabia, home to the Nabateans from the 4th century BCE to the 2nd century CE. Think Petra with its incredible rock-cut architecture. How did they thrive in such a harsh environment? Their signature innovation: ingenious cisterns, ceramic pipes, and flash flood channels that captured and stored every precious desert drop for later release. Their lasting impact is incredibly relevant today. Water-stressed cities from Phoenix to Doha still use the Nabatean rhythm: capture, store, meter, flow. They literally wrote the book on sustainable water management in arid lands. Now, let's sail to the sun-drenched Levant coast from the 15th to 4th centuries BCE, where the Phoenicians reigned. These masterful seafarers and traders had an invention that truly changed the course of human communication: their signature innovation. A revolutionary 22-sign phonetic alphabet that trimmed writing down to simple sounds, making it so easy that ordinary traders could master it in a week. And the lasting impact: it's literally right in front of you. Greek, Latin, and therefore most Western fonts are direct descendants. Every time you text, tweet, or type, you are using Phoenician compression code. They democratized literacy and gave us the building blocks of modern writing. Not far from the Phoenicians, in Syria and Upper Mesopotamia, were the Arameans from the 11th to 6th centuries BCE. While others focused on new scripts, the Arameans perfected something else: a flexible script and administrative tongue that allowed rival kingdoms to do business and communicate without having to change their dynasties or cultures. It became the international language of its day. Their lasting impact: the world's successive lingua francas, from Akkadian to Greek, then Arabic, and yes, even English today, all repeat the Aramean trick. Establish shared paperwork and communication first. Political unity is optional. They showed us the power of a common language for a connected world. Moving over to Western Turkey, from the 7th to 6th centuries BCE, we find the Lydians, and these folks were all about the Benjamins, or rather, the Croesus, their signature innovation. Stamped electrum coins carrying a state-backed weight and emblem, like the famous lion-and bull stater of King Croesus. This was a game changer, the lasting impact. Coins, paper money, and even today's crypto tokens all solve the same Lydian problem, which is how to make value portable and trustable between strangers. They gave us the very concept of standardized, government-backed currency. Without them, trade would look a whole lot different. Now, let's journey deep into central Nigeria from the 15th to 3rd centuries BCE to discover the Nok culture. These incredible people independently pioneered a technology that transformed their world: iron smelting, their signature innovation. They produced axes and hoes fast enough to clear vast forests and feed rapidly growing towns. This wasn't just about tools, it was about progress. Their lasting impact: the iron and agriculture feedback loop that still underpins every emerging economy. Better tools lead to surplus food, which leads to larger settlements, which leads to craft specialization. They laid the foundation for industrial development and urban growth in a huge way. From West Africa, we sail to Yemen from the 8th century BCE to the 3rd century CE, to the Sogdians, builders of the legendary Mrib Dam, their signature innovation. This monumental dam, and an immense economy that ingeniously turned desert into fertile farmland, financing vast caravans all the way to the Mediterranean. It was an epic blend of infrastructure and economic strategy. Their lasting impact: infrastructure plus export development models, from California aqueducts to modern Middle East petro-cities, all echo the Sabaean cycle. Control water, grow surplus, and sell high-value cargo abroad. They showed us how strategic resource management can build an empire. And finally, let's embark on an incredible voyage across the Pacific with the Lapita culture, spanning Melanesia to Western Polynesia from the 16th to 5th centuries BCE. These weren't just sailors, they were master navigators. Their signature innovation, non-instrument navigation coupled with distinctive dentate-stamped pottery that recorded clan identity across 3,000 kilometers of open ocean. Think about that, navigating vast distances without GPS. Their lasting impact. Today's GPS-free voyaging societies in Polynesia still use lapida star compasses. Their story reminds us that profound knowledge can live in practice and in portable art, even when our digital servers go dark. They taught us how to truly connect with the world around us. From an Etruscan arch framing a modern city square to a lapida star compass guiding a Pacific voyager, these 12 peoples left us blueprints we still follow, even if their names don't always resonate in our daily chatter. Their genius wasn't about conquest or flashy power. It was about connectivity, turning letters, coins, water, laws, and the very stars into repeatable, scalable systems that outlasted kings and empires. It's a powerful reminder that innovation often comes from unexpected places and quiet thinkers. Which of these ancient breakthroughs surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through history, please hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating exploration of the past that shapes our present. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.